Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. We're going on to the letter, well, we've been on the letter P, but we're on P, and the brand I chose today was a brand I truly forgot about. I really wouldn't even have included it. I would have skipped it and then realized later on as I was digging through my stuff that I had stuff from the brand because is it still around? The brand I'm talking about is Pure Cosmetics. So I was watching Raw Beauty Christie the other day, and that's what jogged my memory. Well, it was yesterday because I'm on the letter P. But anyway, and I started thinking, oh yeah, she did a collab with Pure. I have that. I know I have that. And then I started thinking, and I was like, yes, I have their Barbie collections. Then I was like, oh yeah, I got the Grinch collection too at Christmas time. And so, things started coming back to me, but I was like, it was a brand I almost overlooked and don't even know if they're still around, to be fair. So I went and I pulled it all out. We're going to create this eye look. You could probably guess what collection I chose to use. And I was going to do the Raw Beauty Christie. I really was. Because I feel like a lot of people would have had this. And maybe you all forgot about it. And I really did like how she did this. Like, you got your colorful side, and then you flip it over and you have your basic side. So you have your work side, play side, or however you want to do it. But I like the way it was done. And to be fair, I think back in the day, I liked the ColourPop better than this. Even though the ColourPop collection really didn't have the colors that I like. But the price point was there. Nowadays, I think I would prefer this over the ColourPop, to be fair. Just because I do have that neutral side to this. I have glitter everywhere. You're going to see in a minute. It's a mess. But I think I would prefer this now over that because I'm just more into things now. So I love this. However, I would say that this, I don't know if I got this free or not. It is called Let the Good Times Roll. It's a limited edition Sweet 16 travel eyeshadow palette. Whether this is still available or not, I don't know. But it's just a basic little palette. And it is what it says. It's a simple little travel palette. You're going to create a really pretty look to it. But as I was going through all this stuff, my daughter has the Grinch collection, so I don't really have that in my possession. And to be honest, they've tore it apart. But anywho, I did like it when I had it. It was cute. It was enjoyable, especially around Christmas. But a lot of that had to do with the packaging. Even though the product inside was good, it was the packaging that got me, to be fair. So today we're going to be playing with the Barbie packaging, or the Barbie collections. And again, it's the packaging for me. So they came out with 2 rounds of it. The first round, I don't know how well that went with people. I really don't. I personally loved it. This is the packaging of it. This is what it looks like. It came out with an eyeshadow palette with these rocks, and I think this is beautiful. And then it came out with a highlighter. Again, the highlighter is beautiful. Like, if you open it up, I mixed this little top shade here and this one here. So it's like a pink and a peachy color. I just mixed them and combined them on my cheeks and, high nose, Cupid's bow, chin. And it's called Dream Glow, and I love it. I like this little highlighter. I think it performs really well. I like the shade of it. I really ain't got nothing bad to say about their highlighter. We'll get to the eyeshadow palette. It also came out with 2 lipsticks and a lip gloss, I think. So I'm wearing one of the lipsticks from the first collection. And where did I put it? Oh, here it is. It came out with like a nude, and then it came out with like a hot pink, which would make sense. This collection to me, which I wore a lot because when I first started getting into makeup, loved hot pink. Don't know why. This is more my vibe now. Just a nude, a mauve nude, and then I topped it with the gold gloss, and I think it's really, really pretty. And I think the packaging to the lipsticks are pretty. It's the push top, all that. So that was their first collection. I think that was everything that came with it. Then their second collection came out. Again, it came out with, I'm pretty sure, 2 lipsticks, a lip gloss, a highlighter, which their lipsticks now look like this. This is the lip gloss that came with it. And the lipsticks, though, in this collection, you had a red instead of a pink, and then you still had a nude color. I would say it's a little darker, though, than the first collection. I feel like this was an 80s. The first collection was like 80, early 90s Barbie, and then this one turned in from like that to now, you know, type of Barbie, type of makeup. Like colors, if you get what I mean. And then the highlighter for this one, I really didn't like it. To be fair, I think it's a little bit too dark for me, but it just, the formula's fine. It's just the color. Like, this wasn't, you know, but look at the packaging even. Like, it just doesn't scream to me like the first one did. But with the second collection, what did scream to me was their eyeshadow, or not their eyeshadow palette. They had a blush palette, and it looks like this. And today I'm wearing this blush right here. And I actually like every single one of these colors. And I don't like really the shapes of them. I'll give that, you know, it's hard to get a brush in, but obviously if you've had like Tarte palettes, even Too Faced palettes, some of theirs, it's harder to get a brush, so I have that size of brush to be able to work with, smaller, you know, to get it in without mixing them all together. But this shade here is just gorgeous. It's like a salmon color. It's like a pink. Well, it is a pink, but it's more salmon pink. And I didn't realize how much I loved it until I put it on, and I was like, I'm feeling my Barbie fantasy right now, you know? Alright, so we went over all of that. Now let me show you the two palettes so I can show you the main difference here between these two collections. So this palette here is the one I'm not gonna lie, this is the one I play with the most, the second collection. And it's a basic palette. You know, it's colors that are right up my alley, create everyday looks. Yeah, they're fun, and yes, they're pretty, but it's not colorful, not really, okay? But do I get more use out of this one? Yes I do. But I will say that I played with the first one today because it had been a while, and I don't regret it. Like, it is fun to play with color. It really is sometimes, you know? And I just think this screams 80s to me. I don't know why, but I do. I want to say I'm an 80s baby, but really I was born in 79. But I was born at the tail end, the middle of December of 79. So I'm an 80s baby, pretty much. But regardless of any of that, like, I was a baby in the 80s. I wish I would have known what it would have been like to be a teenager in the 80s. Oh, I bet it would have been so fun. Like, 70s and 80s as a teenager. I mean, I know you can't have that. You can't be in both. But, like, that would have been fun for me. So, yeah. But anyway, it's a colorful palette. It's a lot different, as you can see, from the second collection, from the first collection, which is good considering they're both Barbie collections. I like that they did sort of mix it up. So for foundation today, I'm wearing my Lancome Care and Glow foundation. I set it with the Bare Minerals Pro. I'm using the Prism Libre Skin Caring Concealer. I set that with the Pat McGrath Under Eye Setting Powder. Blush was pure. Highlighter's pure. Lip was pure. Okay, so yeah, we're caught up now. Everything else. So, I'm wearing the white eyeliner from Tarte. I do have an eyeliner from Pure. It's a gel liner. It was brown. It came free because I had to wait for one of these collections. I think it was the Raw Beauty Christie. It's not my favorite. So, I do like their blushes and I do like their highlighter so far. Like, well, in this collection. I don't know about, like, in their actual, like, if they're still around, if you can get them, whether it's worth it or not. But in these particular collections, I do like them. Formula, I just don't like the second one. Color is all. But eyeshadows. Now, their eyeshadow from this palette to this palette, to the Grinch palette to the Raw Beauty Christie palette, I like their eyeshadow formula a lot. I really do. Okay, so let's get started and we'll talk. So, first shade we're going to go into is this one right here. It's just a like a contour brown almost. Well, no, it's not contour. It's more yellow brown, I guess, really. But anyway, I know that a lot of people really like, I think it's what, they're 2-in-1 or 3-in-1 foundation. Pretty sure I tried that back in the day. I don't remember exactly how I feel about it, so I can't really talk about that. But this is why, like, I'm like, I forgot about this brand because I do like the brand. I do. Like, I like the eyeshadows, I like the palettes, I think they're gorgeous. You know, I feel like I got my monies out of whatever I did purchase, right? But nothing stands out at the same time. Like, obviously, the Barbie's collections do because it's got a Barbie attached to it. The Grinch, Raw Beauty Christie, all those collections had something stand out. But just a basic palette by them, I don't know if they can make it stand out, to be fair. Their formulas are nice, easy to work with, beautiful. I mean, the mattes will blend, they're pigmented, they're, buildable. The whole 9 yards. You're gonna, no problems out of them at all. They're beginner friendly, even. But so are a lot of brands. So what's making that stick out, right? Nothing. Their satins, again, the same. They're nice. They're pretty. They're not over the top. They're nothing overwhelming. They're metallics. Again, everything is just what it is. Their glitters suck. And I'm pretty sure, well, the Raw Beauty Christie don't, but like this has got a glitter. The Grinch one had two, a red and a green. I do not like their glitter formula. I could live without it. But the rest of the shades are perfectly fine. The satins are satining, the metallics are metallicing, like nothing wrong with them. Just nothing rememberable about them either. They're an eyeshadow. And this is where it gets hard, like because I don't want people to waste their money. And I see people going, "Oh, this is really good. This is great. This is this. This is that." And it very well may be. But so is, I don't know, the NYX palette or Physicians Formula palette. It's like what is the best of the best, I guess, is where I'm going with it. We're going to go into that hot pink, and I'm going to throw it into the crease. Because I feel like in the 80s, pink, blue, and purple, you just can't avoid those three shades in the 80s, right? Or am I wrong? Like, when I think back as a kid, that's where, like when I see younger kids, that's what they had on. Most of the adults I was around never wore makeup, but I feel like that comes from the 70s. It's almost like makeup styles, you can almost tell, like, what era somebody was born in by the way they did their makeup. I mean, I think. What do you think? I know some, like, would never be without a red lipstick. My grandparents, my grandma. I know some that would not wear makeup. I know some that would be, as soon as they got out of it, they had their makeup on. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's almost like every decade had, whenever you were, like, maturing in, you could tell it. You know what I mean? Type of thing. But then I don't necessarily know if that's true or not. I think for the most part, from like people I'm around, it is. But there's always exceptions to the rules. Don't get me wrong. But I have found that be the case for sure. So I'm just putting this pink in here. This is a very beautiful pink too, by the way. Like, I love this pink. Me and this pink are like best friends, to be fair. I don't think there's ever a time when I do a look out of this palette that I don't use this pink. I'm not even gonna lie. It's just so vibrant, so pretty, so me. It's just the color I love, And it's so easy to work with, so easy. Alright. Put these brushes up. Okay, now we're going to go into this dark brown. And we're going to start to put that on just the outer portion here and drag it through. Again, you can create a neutral look out of this palette. You don't have to just stick with the color. And I like that about it. It gives you options for sure. So, you know, if you do have this palette and color's not your thing, you definitely have a couple neutrals to play with, which is nice. So you do get a little bit of your money's worth, you know? Even if you did just purchase it for the packaging like me, you might as well get a little bit of use out of it, you know? In my opinion, anyway. But I had so much fun pulling from this, and I needed it. I needed something to brighten my day. I'm gonna be honest, how about many of you all are really having a year this year? I'll be honest, it's almost like since the pandemic, like one thing will get better, but then something else will go wrong, right? And I don't understand it. I really don't. And I'm looking around just thinking, like, what is going on? What am I doing wrong? And I did not earn. Well, I mean, I guess in a way it is me, but I don't know. As you know, I don't even leave the house, but I still, you know, guide people that do leave the house. So maybe I'm guiding people wrong. I don't know. But I do sit there and just think, what in this year, especially, it's like one blow after another blow after another blow. And I don't mean like death or anything like that. I'm not talking about that. It's just things that you just don't even think. Like, for an example, the other day I fell down the steps, and I kid you not, I walked outside, you know, after I got up and made sure nothing was broke. But I walked outside to just suck it up and go through, you know, push through the pain and stuff. Because if you were born then, you know, you suck it up and you move on. Anywho, I went outside and a bird pooped on me. I was like, you have got to be kidding me on this. Like, what have I done? What did I do wrong? Because tell me so that I can fix it right this second. I will fix it. I promise. But seriously, I was just like, what is going on? But it's just like, I don't know, chaos maybe? Or it's just not even like, I don't know. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm grateful for the things that are good. It's just I've never had so much bad just keep hitting, and evil even to the point just keep hitting and hitting, and I'm like, what is going on? Okay, we're gonna go in with this purple shade now, and I'm gonna lay it all over the lid. This is a satin, and again, you can see like the mattes are matting, the satin is satining, you know, nothing over the top. Nothing crazy, but nothing spectacular either. And I think that's why I just didn't think of this brand, to be fair. And not that the looks not pretty, not that it's not, you know, I'm not saying that either, because it is. It's just, that's how I forgot about it. But then what does that say, you know? We're going to take this purple. Did I just show you I took this purple and put it on the lid? I'm taking this blue now. I took the pink and ran it under the lower lash line, but I'm going to stamp that blue now right up on it. It turns it, obviously, purple for the most part, but you can kind of see the blue and the pink at the same time. A little bit, maybe. I don't know. To be fair, I laid the pink down, and I shouldn't have. I meant to just lay the blue. I meant for it to be a complete blue under here, hoping the blue would really pop. But I laid the pink down by mistake. And then I just went with it because, well, what else can you do at that point? I still think it turned out pretty, though. Don't get me wrong. But in case you're wondering, you know, like, why didn't you just That's why. That's why. Alright, now we're going to take this shade right here, and we're going to put it in the inner corner. And this is more of a metallic shade. You'll definitely see the pop in there. And it's beautiful, the shade is. And that's what I mean. Like, you could lay this shade all over the lid with those two browns that I had and have a perfectly neutral look. Or there's a very light pink satin shade in here. You could have laid the two browns and then put that on the lid and this in the inner corner even. 1,000 different ways of doing it, to be fair. But this is what I chose. Okay. Now I'm going to line my lash line with this here, the shade in the corner. I'm going to line the top lash line and lower lash line. It's a nice dark black. It's got glitter like through it, sparkle I guess. You don't really see it. No matter how you apply it, it blends away. But it does make for the powder, for that shade, that black to really blend nicely. If you use it in a look, just so you know. So have you all had any kind of like bad luck? Like, is it just me? Because it could be. Or is it like just going around and hitting? And like I said, I don't mean like really, really bad things. Just annoying things that just keep happening just to keep you like annoyed or worried or scared type of thing, you know. And I keep the faith, thinking, okay, everything's gonna be fine, you know. God has us type of thing, but I've just noticed that ever since the pandemic, it just keeps hitting little by little, you know, a little more, a little more, a little more. And I'm just trying to, like, maybe I'm reading too much into it, you know, but I'm trying to read it so that I'm like, okay, what do I need to do? What is life telling me to do? I mean, it could be telling me to live it, to be fair, considering I don't leave my house, but I don't know. Okay, so now we're going to take this horrible glitter shade right here. Now, don't get me wrong, it is very pretty glitter. It is a very pretty glitter. It's like a rainbow effect almost. Yeah, I better not use this one. I better use my other hand actually, or I'm going to get it all over my face anyway. Alright, because this, I should have really used something. I'm not going to lie, it's my fault, but, and, let me get this mirror. I don't even like, this mirror is not bad, but it's not my favorite. And I basically put the majority of it, like, in the center, and then just sprinkled it everywhere else. Little by little. I did pick up a little less this time, hoping to get less fallout on the bottom, which seemed to work. But this glitter just doesn't, like, hold. And that's why I said I think I should have used something, because usually with a glitter, my finger heat, like the heat from your fingers will hold it even. Especially like once you keep going in and like picking up the extra, but this one just doesn't. But you can see how pretty that is. I mean, it's gorgeous. Like, there's no denying that. It's a pain in the butt to take off, and it's a pain in the butt through the day because you get glitter just falling all over the place. But for the most part, it brushes away fairly simple. It's just you're brushing it away every 5 minutes almost. But I will say this side definitely got less due to the fact that I put on a lot less. But like, this look looks so pretty. I do like it. Okay, for mascara, we're going in with this one again. Which my new one, my full size should be here in just a little bit. Really, it should be delivered. So that's exciting. So this is the Valentino mascara. And then for the bottom lashes, I'll use the Lancome. But yeah, if you all are having like bad things, annoying things coming at you, how are you all dealing with it? Part of me is to the point where I'm like, I can't control it, right? So, what I personally like to do is ignore it and hope it just goes away. Does it? No. It doesn't. So most of the time it gets worse, to be fair. But that's what I like to do. Some have told me that, there's just nothing you can do about it. It's just got to play out. It is what it is type situation, right? And I do understand that portion of it. You're not necessarily running away from it, but what can you do? And then some say to try to combat it, even though there's really no way of combating certain things, But I don't know. Plus, it really don't matter. I've learned whatever decision I did go or do, it's always the wrong. Without fail. And I'm just like, oh, my bad. So, I just don't do nothing. Of course, then I do nothing, and then I get that too, so still my fault at the end of the day, type of thing. I'm going to use the Lancome for the lower lashes. I don't know, y'all. There is something about this look that I really am liking, though. And it is making me have some sort of feel. Very 80s, very Barbie. Well, not very Barbie, but very 80s. I'm feeling like 80s. I feel like I need to put my Shiva shirt on. I don't know, pair of sweatpants. Make a bag of popcorn and watch some cartoons. That's the way I'm feeling. I don't know about you. Alright. Rainbow Bright, I could watch that. I need somebody to do a collab with Rainbow Bright. I need Rainbow Bright. I have Strawberry Shortcake already. I need a She-Ra collab. A Care Bear, but I want a Care Bear collab by like, when I mean collab, I need Glam Light or ColourPop to do these collabs. That's who I need to do these collabs for me. To be fair. Because they're the only ones I know what they're doing, if you ask me. But anyway, this is the final look using some Pure products that I have in my collection. Oh, their lipsticks. I do like their lipstick, the formula. It's a matte formula. It isn't as matte as the Pat McGrath Velvet Matte, or her Matte Trace. And it's not like the Lisa Eldridge Velvet. It's like an in-between the two of them. But if their formula is the same as they are in these collections, love their lipsticks. I like their color, like the tone and everything of them. Love them. Love the feel, love the way they wear. The lip gloss, it's lip glossing. It's a lip gloss. It's not too sticky. It lasts okay. I really didn't feel the little glitter in it, so that's a plus, because I do not like to feel the glitter, the gritty. It is pretty fine, though. You know what this kind of reminds me? This kind of almost looks like the Natasha Denona new one. I'm going to have to find mine now. Well, my daughter has it. I'm going to have to get it off my daughter's so I can compare. This don't plump, though. I'm pretty sure this isn't a plumping. No, it's just a girl gloss. That's all it's called. Okay. But it is pretty nonetheless. But yeah, this is the final look. I'm glad I remembered this brand because there's a lot of products I like. Like I said, the blush, I really do like that formula. The highlighter, I really like that formula. The shadows, I mean, I like them. But I don't see any difference from them, from MAC, from the old version of Tarte, the Too Faced. Like, no, it's all the same. But then again, it is all the same price points. So, there you go. I'm using my Natasha Denona brushes. Is that making a difference? I couldn't tell you, but I do want to let you know that I'm using those brushes. Alright, I have talked long enough. And this is the brand Pur. These are the things that I used. Lovely. A mouse. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm going to go. There's nothing I can do about it. I won't ignore this, though. I will clean it, but I gotta figure it out. Something is wrong, and I've got to fix it. I know that much. Alright, I'm going to let you go. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all that where you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday unless there's a new launch or if I just feel like filming because I need a break from life and reality and my messes. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Please take care. Please stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.